Hello everybody, I am Shalashashka, and this is a first impressions video of Between the Stars. It is according to the message that I got from the developer, an FTL roguelike game, and I was generously offered a chance to take a look at the opening demo of the game, so thank you very much for that. This is a game developed by Isolated Games. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the information menu on my other monitor here. It's developed by Isolated Games, and if you're interested in the game, you can check out their Kickstarter, as you can see on the screen. I will put a link to their Kickstarter campaign down below in the video description. I think that the Kickstarter is actually done now, which is unfortunate, but if you're still interested in checking it out, I'll leave that there, and I'll also leave a link to the game's Discord if you're interested in talking to the devs and sort of checking out what this is. So to my understanding, this is like I said, it's an FTL roguelike game, similar sort of like Starpoint Gemini Warlords, which I reviewed about a year ago by this point. So I have not played this yet. I'm going into this blind. I thought it would be really fun to take a look at what kind of a game this is, how it plays. This is just the prologue, so the demo only has the prologue available. So let's get started and open up that prologue. Choose your captain, Jane or James. We'll go with James Scott. So yeah, I know very little about this game other than the fact that it is an FTL roguelike, so I'm interested in seeing what we've got going on here. Normally I'm into roguelike games. I played them quite a bit. I really like Binding of Isaac. I liked Sword of the Stars, The Pit. Proper roguelike, not necessarily a roguelite. And I do love space games. I've got... oh, here we go.
Alert. Systems damaged. Warp drive pressure increasing.
Nope.
Crew, boost warp drive to full power.
Oh dear God, that voice acting.
Set full power, that's an order.
Oh wow, okay.
Redistributing power. Capacity.
Alright, well that's some special voice acting right there. Was not expecting that.
Just a bit more.
That sounds a bit forced.
Warp successful.
Alright.
We've made it.
Alright, we've made it. Well, this game looks pretty.
Mine. Damage analysis.
Starting damage assessment protocol. Testing main engines.
The engine's power is adjustable. There are 4 indicators displaying your speed. Green indicators for your forward speed, red indicators for rearward speed, or blank when stationary. Move the mouse wheel to increase throttle. Okay, that's simple. Ah, cool. I see in the corner there how that. Alright, nifty. Yeah, so it looks really nice. I do have to say that. It looks pretty. It's got some neat lighting effects. Like, I'm just kind of looking at the engines and the sparks on the ship. Alright. The energy control system allows you to reassign power to shields, weapons, or engines. In the panel below, you'll see 3 gauges displaying the disbursement of energy. Up arrow, down arrow. Up arrow to assign all energy to weapons. Left for shields. Engines, right to shield. Ah, okay. Arrow keys.
Power distribution.
That's neat. Okay, I like it when games include power distribution for different systems. Okay, so I guess hold X to look behind you. Oh, there we go. So just pew pew pew, destroy. Let's move up shields, and yeah, we don't need to move all that much. But yeah, anyway, ooh, that's a pretty explosion. I like that. That looks nice. Too many sound effects in vacuum of space. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's 2 more. Anyway, as I was saying, I really like when games have systems where you can just sort of distribute power amongst different parts of the ship. Because it kind of like adds that level of tactical flexibility during combat where you sort of decide, okay, am I going to like outmaneuver them? Am I going to just tank and blast them, kind of like what I'm doing now? It's a nice little feature to have when talking about ship-to-ship combat. Ships have deflector shield that protects them from damage once weakened hull is exposed. Focusing fire on a single part of the ship allows you to destroy shielding quicker. Destroy the enemy ships. Optional. Direct the nuclear missile to take out ships. 2 plus left mount. Ooh, nuclear missile. Alright. Let's shoot that nuke.
One of our shields has fallen.
Ooh. Ooh, that was cool. That was neat. Alright, let's turn here. Okay. Oh, I guess the nuke's on cooldown? Yeah, there's that timer. Okay, so I guess the nuke's on a cooldown, and then I can... These ships are melting a little bit. I don't even have max power to my guns, but it seems to, like, just really be penetrating them, which is great. Alright. A little more concentrated fire on you. Let's melt you down. And you, ahead of me. Is there anyone behind me? Nope. Ooh. Nice little sun flare, too. Oh, okay, cool. There's a heat mechanic as well, so I can't just keep firing my guns in perpetuity.
Objectives neutralized.
Good work, team. Is everyone all right?
Captain, I've determined this news will cause a decline in crew morale of 64.7%. But I must inform you that the enemy bypassed our shields. 2 casualties confirmed.
Oh no, not 2 casualties. Once destroyed, enemy ships can be looted in order to obtain salvage pods. In order to search for salvage, fly close to the ship and put your cursor on it, so it becomes holographic, just like that. Hold the fire button. Okay, simple enough. So, no, right. I have to mouse wheel so I can move. Forgot about that. I was still moving in reverse. Okay, hold the fire button over the red dot. Red dot, red dot. Where's the red dot? There? Oh, there it is. Found it. Cool. Physics! Hang on. Let's do that again. I can... I like the fact that ships just kind of float there and they don't go away, and then you can bump into them and move them around. That's a pretty neat, like, inclusion of a physics engine. I mean, you are in space, so, like, where would they go? I guess it adds a level of realism, but pretty cool that I can just... let's move more power to engines. Woo! That's more fun than it ought to be, quite honestly. No, it's pretty neat. I also like how there's like a little fire going on in my left engine. You can probably see that there, right there. I do like that there's that kind of damage persistence. Shows right there where my shield capacity is. That's neat. That's really neat. Alright, let's salvage these guys, and then let's open our inventory, just like the game's telling me to do. Really digging the music, too. I know I've been talking over that quite a bit, but I'm finding the music to be very enjoyable. It's very appropriate, kind of giving this space trekking vibe. And like I said, it does look very pretty. Like, they've made the most out of this engine. What is this, Unreal? I can't tell, but it looks pretty great, honestly. Okay, inventory. So, we got their basic ship layout. I guess these are the salvage pods, corpses, and then we kind of put these pods. Okay, we open this. Salvage pods are sort of the ships hold until they're opened. Okay, so salvage loot boxes. Yeah, they're basically loot boxes that you get in-game. Now, I will say this. The devs did say in the message that I got, or on the press kit rather, that this game does not have any microtransactions or any loot boxes, but I guess all of the ship upgrades you get, it's all done in-game. So these little loot boxes you salvage from enemies, those are your loot boxes, but you don't pay anything for them. It's all contained in-game, which is good. I will applaud them for that, given the kind of economy that we find the games industry being in to this day. So, kudos to you. Alright, let's open up these. So I guess, yeah, currency, and I guess these are crafting resources. That would make sense to me. So I guess that goes on to like tech upgrades, and I guess I can develop new tech to put onto my ship. Oh, that's cool. They actually have names of your crew. Oh, that's neat. Alright, so I guess you put different crew members on different stations, and then they'll give you different upgrades, and they seem to level up. That's really cool, too, so you have this kind of perpetual crew thing going on. Kind of similar to FTL, actually, a little bit. I guess they gain experience. Yeah, they gain experience on their own, and then they get their abilities. That's neat. That's really neat. I like that. Alright, cool. And then, like, your typical weapon upgrades, nuclear warhead. Alright, nice, nice, nice. Very good. Alright, what do I do now?
System analysis. Critical. Repairs needed immediately.
Yep, I could have told you that.
What's our current position?
We are currently in the Thamus 6 sector. It is on the outskirts of the Interstellar Republic's headquarters.
We should be able to reach it using our drive engines.
Preparing warp drive.
Alright, so we have a full galaxy going. This reminds me of Sword of the Stars. The way they kind of laid out the map here. And again, this looks really nice, actually. I'm really liking how this looks. It's a very pretty map to behold. Am I able to zoom in? Zooming in would be really... Or do I have to click on something? Nope, nope, did not want to do that.
Jump impossible.
Did not want to do that.
Which is the closest space station in
Well, it's okay. It doesn't really matter because I couldn't jump anyway.
And Terra's port.
Okay, set in the coordinates.
Coordinates.
Space station is known as anomalies. In order to move faster, we can use quantum engines. Press space to start charging up the quantum engines. Fly to the port.
My situation report on Antero's port.
Okay, so green arrow.
This station serves as a crucial hub for business tycoons and mining sector speculators. It has a large port specialized for trade freighters that return full of materials from mining settlements. They also swear they have the best beet soup recipe in the universe.
Ugh. Borscht. Ew. Alright, cool. So I do like... Okay, so you have those basic movements. You have your regular engine power for short movement. You hit space to go to those quantum engines for, like, longer movement. And then you have...
Fifth Republic fleet here. We request
and then you have your main map as well.
Control tower here. Dock at the assigned bay. Over.
Receiving coordinates.
Okay. Stop the ship in the highlighted area.
Communication.
So low speed.
Docking protocol prepared.
Cool. Alright, so far, I'm actually kind of liking this setup. Combat feels nice and smooth. It's a bit basic, but, like, I wasn't expecting the world there, to be honest. They're not doing much different, but they're doing enough to sort of, like, alright, like, I see what they're doing. It's okay for what it is. The game looks nice and it sounds nice, except for that voice acting, which I, you know. Alright. I guess this is it. Stop in the highlighted area. Oh, no. Oh, okay, there. Now I'm in the highlighted area. There we go. And then I guess that's the tube. Alright. Support us on Kickstarter on the station, cute. You discover a great commotion around the freighters on the station when you exit the ship. You hear shouts from all angles and merchants bidding ever-increasing numbers over merchandise. Your crew and yourself leave the freighters behind and search for a repair workshop. You find yourselves looking at the neon lights when someone bumps into your shoulder. You look down. Ouch, that hurt! It's a scruffy young woman with a very masculine voice who begins to collect spanners and metallic objects and all sorts that she had on her as she tries to steady herself. Dialogue options! I was not expecting that. That's... Okay, well, that's pretty cool. That's neat. I like it. I like it. Okay. You're speaking with public, so jerkface stance, sorry, and neutral. So, good, neutral, bad, I guess. Let's apologize to her. Sorry, I wasn't looking. No, it was my fault entirely. Oh, excuse me, Captain. I'm so sorry. My name is Susan. I'm the head of the Pulsar Ship Repair Workshop. What can I do for you? No, we're just passing through. Actually, we're just looking. Repair shop. You walk together at the docking bay where your ship is located. Susan rubs her eyes incredulously. No way! A KP-564SC warship! It's completely totaled! How did you manage to... Susan sighs deeply. Alright, we can do it, but it won't be cheap or easy. The repair cost highly exceeds your credit account. After negotiating, you agree to handle a series of tasks for her in return for payment. In the meantime, they shall give you a completely operational ship. Cool. So here's a bunch of quests. I'm a quest giver now. Take this ship and then, yeah, game hook, obviously. Susan, do you know where we can find the transmission room? Of course, Captain. There's a transmission bay in the next district over. I can show you the way. Large space stations often have transmission systems highly superior to that of normal ships, allowing for cross-sector communications. You walk through the station until reaching the transmission bay, where you encounter 2 guards. After identifying yourself, you are allowed to pass and spot the transmission crew, busily sending coordinates and data to nearby stations. You are granted a terminal in order to send a situation report to the Republic. Perform the transmission. Captain Scott here. We're transmitting, English is hard, from the Anteros port station in Sector Thama 6. Captain Scott, we were expecting your arrival 2 days ago. Yes, sir, we ran into problems. We were following the trail of a slaver network in the Lithoba 1 sector. We infiltrated their base and obtained a crucial part of their information that you asked us for. But our scientists still are unable to decipher it. During our retreat, we were ambushed by an assault fleet. We thought we had left them behind when we arrived at the sector, but we were intercepted. We finally managed to finish off the enemy ships, but 2 of my crew members have lost their lives and the Genesis was practically destroyed. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. I'm sorry to hear that. Here's my mission report. And we were facing slavers and we pretty much lost the Genesis. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll give them the sending off that they deserve. Okay, whatever. What's your ship's status? It's an operative. One of our most experienced captains of the Republic. Your presence is requested at the head of a reception for our guests. Wow. Okay. Governing body shall be... Don't worry, Admiral. We'll arrive before the visit starts. Cool. Alright, so we can go to the store. Let's see what they're selling. I missed that pop-up. Oh, cool. Oh, you can make... Oh, man, that's awesome. Okay, it's not awesome that they died, but I mean, like, you can make funerals. That's... They even have a mechanic for burying the dead. That's, like... I don't think I've seen that in a game before, to be perfectly honest. Like... If you're playing and you have a crew member die, they just kind of die and it's left at that. Like here, it's actually like an inventory item and you have to set up like a funeral and give the remains back. I kind of like that. That's actually pretty neat. It's a nice little layer that I never thought that I never thought of putting that into a game, but now that it's there, I think like, yeah, that makes total sense. Why would you not put that in a game? Anyway. Alright, so in order to repair the ship, we need an ion reactor. This wouldn't be a problem. If you can get rid of there, that'd be awesome, Bucks. We haven't any... Okay, so investigate the area and cover the cargo. Let's do that. Cool. Space... different service. Alright, let's exit. So,
everyone to their post. We must find that missing freighter.
Alright. So, let's do this first contract. I noticed that, yeah, this is the other ship. Less firepower. More abilities, though. I guess this one has a cloaking device. You can see on number 3 there. 4 is, I guess, auto repair? Or is that 5? I'm not exactly sure.
The freighter's calibration reticle. I am 98% positive that the damage and radiation emissions confirm a plasma cannon attack.
This looks like the result of an attack. Can you follow the radiation signature?
I'm 98% sure it's the result of an attack. This looks like it's the result of an attack. Just, this captain is something else. Oh, man. Alright, well. So far this is kind of standard for, like, other similar games I played in this vein. Go to this thing, scan it, move to this thing, do your objective, get into a fight, go back. It's simple, it's not too bad. I'm just wondering if this game is going to do anything differently that makes it stand out more in the genre, if that makes any sense. Because right now, so far, it's standard fare. Like I said before, it looks really pretty, and I like it. Whoops, oh, slow down.
Control tower,
there we go.
we request permission to dock.
Station control tower here. Dock at the assigned bay. Over.
Receiving coordinates. Establishing communication.
But yeah, so
Docking
I'm just
protocol
kind of
prepared.
curious. This is still the prologue, so it's missing basically everything else in the game. But as far as a vertical slice goes, this is just supposed to kind of give you the taste of what else is there. I'm just wondering I'm just wondering how much the game will deviate from this and what it's going to offer to keep you interested. Because I want this game, like, I want to judge this game on its own merits, obviously. But even it's hard to not compare it to other games of the genre. And one of the sticking points that I had, let me try and actually pilot this for a second. One of the sticking points that I actually had with, like, Starpoint Gemini Warlords was I liked its systems. I liked the ideas that it had. I liked what it was trying to do. My problem with it was that it was just so grindy and so repetitive, and the story beats were just so boring that it was very hard for me to get into the game and really watch it develop. Just because the gameplay loop was, you know, like, you have to upgrade your ship to do this mission, but to do this you have to do these side quests in order to get money to do that, and it was just like, it seemed like it artificially inflated the game, which sort of like made the entire experience a little more dampened. This one seems to have it's still a cliched introduction, but so far it seems to be paced differently, because immediately noticing I'm not able to buy new ships. The upgrades you get are from loot boxes, so you spend credits on these kind of like in-game loot boxes. Or I have to emphasize that. It's like you get these loot boxes in-game that you spend credits for in combat, so then that way you can unlock new systems and all that. So it's not like just a grind for money kind of thing, which means that theoretically they should have a way more leveled... Actually, I want to buy a loot box. That's a way more leveled difficulty spike, so it's not just a constant grind. That's tasks. How do I... Oh, here's the store. See, like, even now, like, I've got 34, like, 42 credits, and, like, a Mark II cannon costs 1,000, which doesn't seem too unreasonable, I don't think, maybe? I have to see what the actual, like, balance for grinding is, but, like, so far, you know, it doesn't seem like it's too bad for me, or too bad overall, I should say. So, alright, let's spin you around, hit those engines, travel 190 kilometers. But yeah, so I'm just wondering if the rest of the game will follow that suit, or if it will sort of, like, offer a deeper experience, or if this is it, you know? And those are always the kind of worries that I have when playing demos. Like, I'd have to really dive into it for a number of hours to get that answer. That being said, so far this, like, past half hour, it's made a decent enough impression for me that I'd be willing to give those extra couple of hours to dive into the game and see how much more... Whoops. How much more
We're being hailed. Shall we accept the call?
it changes things.
Affirmative.
Alright, story beats.
Ex-Cleo, commander of the Starship Insurrection of the Pirate Fleet here. I order your immediate retreat. This frigate is now under our control.
And the voice acting just keeps
Surrender
getting better and better.
fire.
Also, Xpelio.
This is
What
the
a great
captain of
name.
the warship Genesis
God
of the
damn.
Interstellar Republic. I demand you halt your activities immediately.
Captain Scott?
Of the
The
warship.
warship Genesis? In that hunk of junk?
Hey, she's got a lot of heart.
You asked for it. Crew to arms.
Alright, that's all it takes for, that's all it takes to, you know, get you all riled up. Pick a fight. Okay, so I can still launch nukes, which is, you know, awesome. Honestly. Alright, let's do some pot shots here. We're gonna go for you. Alright. I think my nuke missed. Nope, never mind. Never mind! Never mind. Okay, I will never not get tired of launching a nuke. That is just so satisfying to do, seriously. It's so... It's not even all that special from other games, but holy crap, is it It's so satisfying just to see that explosion and just do that. And oh, I love that ability. That's so fun. Alright, let's just do this. Let's reverse. Keep firing on that side of the hull. I hate this weapon. You know what? Screw it. Let's do another nuke.
One of our shields has fallen.
Nope, no nuke. Ooh. I thought I missed because the way that it just kind of curved over and like went over, like, I guess the stern of the ship. Oh, I'm so happy that it hit.
Correspond to the freighter we've been searching for.
We have to look for survivors and confirm the shipment was in fact stolen.
You mean the shipment that you just blew up? Uh-oh. I think the physics engine is my undoing. Okay, good. I got it. Okay, so I guess salvage. The loot boxes are just salvage, so you can't buy them. So as you play the game and you destroy ships and then you salvage them, that's how you get those random upgrades or the loot boxes, which is okay. That's fair. It's not like they're asking for real world currency, so can't complain about that really at all. Also, my shields are repairing themselves. This is good. Where are you, frigate? Where's the frigate whose remains I must salvage? Or scan, I guess. There you are. I guess that's it, because you have a different... That's a salvage icon, that's a different icon. But yeah. Also, this is a very red sector of space. It's a very Martian sector of space. Okay, you're spinning. Okay, let's explore. Do I scan? Okay. Oh, you just fly into it and you get another dialogue box. Okay, awesome. So, you enter what's left of the freighter as the bay doors close behind you. Within it, you find the remains of what used to be an enormous commercial freighter. You can see all sorts of supplies and objects on the floor, accompanied by what were once their crew. After some time searching the corridors, you come to a passageway with two possible paths, left or right. Interesting. Let's go to the right. As your crew and you advance through the corridor you've chosen, the further in the ship you go, the more you get the feeling you're not alone. After a while, you reach another crossway. Let's go right again. After walking in circles, you arrive at the hallway at the bay door that opens in front of you. Through the door frame and still within the darkness, you're able to make out a faint light. I don't like the feeling of this, but let's enter anyway. As soon as you enter, the bay doors close and the lights turn on. At the end of the room, you see a raw proto-night shipment stacked in rows that emit light rays of energy. A robotic voice surprises you. It seems the ship's Maya system. Intruders detected in the loading bay. Activating security protocol. Opening evacuation bay doors. Let's identify ourselves. Republic. The AI waits a few seconds and begins speaking. Opening suspended. Validating credentials. Error. They are intruders. No, I'm Captain Scott. We're here to rescue the freighter. Establishing analysis. Probability of intruders not being identified. Wait. Probability of intruders not being identified as intruders 100%. Okay. If you open the bay doors, the shipment will be lost. Negative. Shipment has been anchored to ensure. I guess I don't have a choice then. We're intruders. So we confuse the AI system. Awesome. Only someone who isn't an intruder would claim they are. Slowing the errors in your voice. Shut down due to logic error. The bay doors closed. You are now out of danger. Mission accomplished. Load up these crates to our ship. Okay. You load the chests of Protonite and you look for a registry of what have happened. The engineer searched through a few working terminals left, but all data appears to be corrupt. You make a security copy to be able to study it later. Awesome.
Let's go back to the station to...
Mission accomplished.
What kind of pirates assault a Protonite freighter just to abandon it?
X-Player's weapons do not correspond to the radiation we've been following.
Captain, the coded data seems to follow the same pattern obtained in the slaver's base. Our team can't undertake an investigation. We haven't found enough matches.
Alright.
Republic ship requesting docking permission.
Dock
please.
15 it is.
Station control tower here. Dock at the assigned bay. Over.
I also
Receiving
do kind of like, as far as
Establishing
immersion
communication.
is concerned,
Docking
the fact that
protocol.
every time you approach the base, they do that little dialogue. But it doesn't require any further input from you. You immediately approach it, you immediately see what dock you're allowed to go to, and you can keep flying there. You don't have to wait for the dialogue, but it's just there. Like, you know, what would happen if, I guess, you were an actual space, or in a spaceship, a pilot. First blueprint. With it and the specified materials, you can create the blueprints objects in your task panel. Called it! Weapons and some objects can be scrapped. In order to do that, you go to the task panel and assign the required task, insert the object, and the crew member who will be undertaking the task. Go to the department screen in the inventory, salvage the proto-knight. Departments. Okay, so weapons. So it's under scrapping workshop. We'll get. Okay, Wanda for sure. We can get. I guess you can help. All right. That's all, and then we're gonna do the. Okay, so we're gonna get 5,450 proto-knight. Cool. All right. With you have to fabricate an ion. So I guess we go back to the apartments. Engineering workshop. Okay, we're gonna remove you two. And Hiroki. And we want the ion reactor there. It's gonna cost 500. Oh wow, we have an abundance. Alright, cool. Build that. Complete. Alright. Sweet. See, like, yeah, the crafting thing is pretty simple too. You just get the blueprint, do the materials, and I can see how this would work as a roguelike game with just random drops and random blueprints and sort of like like with a perpetually generated world every time you jump in. Like, this is a great idea on paper. So long as you have like some kind of campaign flexibility where it doesn't tie you into the same story beats over and over again. It kind of gives you this open-ended idea of, or this open-ended thing of, hey, explore the universe. Speak with me already. Explore the universe. Do your own thing. Like, follow these like story missions. This could work, and I kind of like that. Okay. So, new contract. Oops. I just sent some to storage. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so like, look at all the stuff you get here from like one of the blue boxes. Like, that I like. It's good. Now I just want to know what the hell storage is. Oh well, we'll find that out later. Okay, and then you spend credits to repair your ship. Cool. But yeah, so this so far,
Well,
it.
we have a long way to go. We should depart. Engines on maximum drive.
Thank you, Howard
Unauthorized
Huggins.
You lack bridge privileges.
So now I have a babysitter? Is the Republic sending you to watch over me?
It's a matter of security, Mr. Huggins. The last Proto-Knight shipment was assaulted.
Captains are not what they used to be. If a pirate ship attacked me, there would
Captains are not what they used to be. This guy, yeah, the downside is just the quality of the voice acting, if anything. And, like, hopefully the gameplay won't get too repetitive, like I said before, but god damn, that voice acting is just something else. Jesus. Anyway. But yeah, I can see this having potential. I really can. I don't dislike this at all. It's too early for me to give, like, a verdict on it, but I'm interested in it enough, like I said before, to really give it another shake. Or give it a shake. Okay, so hit P to go to photo mode. Cool. I actually do kind of like. Oh, that's pretty neat. I can totally see this just put in entirely as like a community building thing. Too much exposure. Alright. A simple tutorial to teach how to use photo mode. Something like that. They even tied it in with a story. That's like a little kind of like mission. That's cute. I like
we have
it.
to go back to the station now.
What happened?
I forgot my lunch.
Mr. Huggins.
False alarm. I found it.
Ugh. Oh man, that's... and the way he just sort of said that. Mr. Huggins. Oh, Ubisoft. Oh. But yeah, so it's got some potential. I do think that this is definitely worth keeping an eye on for now. I need to play far more in order to say, like, hey, it's a good game, hey, it's a bad game. Like, oh shit, no, wrong key.
Receiving coordinates.
I'd like to give this a full review treatment, but definitely something that I would not entertain, or I would definitely entertain. Okay.
So?
We've looked over the station. There are no survivors.
But this can't be happening.
Well, it
We have
is
to
happening.
inspect the last station.
I think I've had enough. We should head back.
This oversteps your jurisdiction, Mr. Huggins. You can come with us or stay here. You decide.
I don't want to go to the last station. We should go back. This
You guys are kidnapping me.
Jesus.
Preparing the jettison hatch.
This oversteps your jurisdiction, Mr.
Alright,
Huggins.
fine. I'll go with you.
Just, I do question some of the writing. The writing and the voice acting is so far the weakest part of this demo. Everything else is pretty neat, I do have to say. Very... I mean, I guess it's some of that's so bad it's funny. Dialogue, which is, you know, great, because just don't take the story seriously. And then you won't run into any problems. Alright, you finally arrived to the last station. So, a few minor spelling mistakes. Grammar mistakes. After hearing Inspector Huggins' complaints the entire time, you can't wait to finish this mission. Everything looks calm on the station, when suddenly a group of ships appears in the area. They are pirate ships. You recognize Explio's emblem on their hulls. Maybe they want revenge. There's no time to lose. You order your crew to prepare and defend the station. Everybody to their posts. Let's nuke these sons of
The
bitches.
station is under attack.
I told you we should have gone back. We can still turn the ship around.
Control yourself, Mr. Huggins. We won't abandon any innocents.
Okay,
Crew,
so
stay alert.
I guess
We'll
the
hold off the enemy
green...
attack.
I guess
Sir,
greens
yes, sir.
are my allies, so let's attack the ones in red. Conventional wisdom states that this is what we're doing. Definitely want more engine power. So close the gap. And we're gonna take pot shots. That's 3. Ah! 3 is my stealth ability. I knew it. Do I get a sneak attack bonus or something? Because that would be wicked. And 5. I don't know what 5 does. I just activated it. Don't know what 4 is either. Oh, cool. An EMP. Nuke! Bam! Boom! I love doing that so much. So fun. Alright, let's... stupid cooldown. Or stupid overheating guns, I should say. I kind of do wish there was like a mini-map or something so I can just kind of see where enemies are at a glance, but... Or like some ability to zoom out the camera so I have a wider FOV, but... Nah, it doesn't like cripple your ability to play the game. Also, I love the fact that these enemies are not bullet sponges. That is I cannot express how grateful I am for that. Combat feels smooth, it feels sleek, it feels good to play. It's not like, mind you, it's the prologue. Don't know what the rest of it is like, but I just really enjoy that it's not designed to just frustrate you and then just kind of keep you engaged, like artificially inflate how hard the combat is. After the skirmish, the mining station's director thanks you. Thank you, Captain. Those pirates appeared out of nowhere. They wanted to keep prototype extraction. We're lucky you arrived when you did. You're safe now. Are these attacks normal? No! This area is usually very peaceful. For the past few days, we've been in a few skirmishes between pirates and trade ships. But this exceeds any other instances we had to date. Do you have any information that could be deemed useful? Deemed useful. Yes, the director, if he has any relevant information. He shed some pirate attentions. He responds, I have no idea what they could want besides a protonite, although an attack of the scale, it just isn't logical. Oh, wait a moment. Director appeals from the visor only a short time later. I've been informed that we have recovered an encrypted transmission on one of our ships. Maybe it'll help you. Thank you, Chief.
Captain, the corrupt transmission corresponds to the rest of the data patterns.
Is it possible to begin an investigation, Crewman Burton?
The science team currently believes we have enough data to decode everything. We will begin right away.
Understood.
Oops. So we open up our inventory. Tasks. Departments. That's the one I wanted. Okay. Research that. And you two are fine. Alright.
Our work here is done. Let's head back to the station.
I think I need a vacation.
I think I need a vacation. This guy is... Yeah, that's going to take significantly longer. Which is cool. So then you do missions in between while... going about and doing tasks. Okay. Right, so then, this was the demo for Between the Stars. I am very interested in this so far. As you can see, it feels pretty nice to, or at least it looks nice to play. I like the combat options so far. It looks good. It's got some decent sound assets. The voice acting's story's a little cliched, but we have to see how that develops. It's impossible to judge a story right now. But as a package, if they can string this out and they can offer enough freedom to play, like enough freedom of, like, I guess player expression, not player expression, if they offer enough gameplay to really sort of give you room to explore and give you options to do a whole plethora of different, like, missions and just kind of like roam around the galaxy, this could work. This could be a decent time. Very interested in seeing how this plays out. So far, I'm liking this. I will need to dive more into it to give a final verdict. But if you're interested, check out their Kickstarter campaign to see what development's been like so far. Check out their Discord to talk with the developers, share ideas, build that early community, and you could follow them on Twitter as well, at Isolated Games, to follow if you prefer Twitter to see development for your video games that you're looking forward to. But yeah, Between the Stars, so far I like it. Hopefully I'll be able to take a look at the final product. But until then, thank you very kindly for your time in watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Either way, appreciate your time here. This is why I'm here. I like entertaining you. Despite the fact I'm not very good at doing Let's Plays and commentaries. But until then, thank you very much, and have yourselves a great old time.